Welcome to the simulated journey. Ever get that little itch in your brain, that feeling that maybe reality isn't quite solid?
Yeah, that whisper saying things aren't quite right.
Exactly. Here on the NPC Energy podcast, that's what we chase. We ask, was The Matrix basically a documentary filmed a bit early?
It's a question that keeps coming up, isn't it?
Totally. This week, we're diving deep into glitches, those weird moments, and some pretty funky theories about who or what is walking around beside us.
And hey, if you're tuning into NPC Energy, seeking this stuff out, well, listener, maybe you're one of the players in this whole thing. Why else would you be here, right?
Good point. Which leads us perfectly into today's simulated journey, figuring out what we even mean by NPC.
Ah, the non-player character.
Yeah, and not just the guy in the game saying, "Greetings, traveler," over and over.
Yeah.
We're talking about NPCs in this reality, the potential simulation. So buckle up. Time to question everyone you know.
Okay, let's start with the roots. Gaming, right? An NPC there is basically background code, limited actions, same lines on repeat.
Like, the king is in the castle.
Ah.
Got it. Just there to fill the space.
Pretty much. But online, especially in certain theory circles, it's morphed. An NPC is someone who seems to lack that spark, no independent thought, maybe no inner voice.
Just running on default settings, like societal autopilot.
That's the idea. And people try to spot traits like real-world signs. What have you heard?
Well, one big one is the inability to handle deep questions, like you ask about the meaning of life and they just stare.
Or pivot hard to the weather. Crazy weather, huh?
Right? Or the classic blank elevator stare. Though, I mean, maybe they just don't like small talk in tiny boxes.
That's fair. We project a lot onto these things. But yeah, the repetitive small talk is another flagged trait. Same phrases, same delivery, no matter what.
And routines. The person who always orders the exact same coffee, same way, never changes. Like, ever.
Rigid adherence. Then there's the awkwardness when you break the social script, you do something unexpected.
And they just sort of glitch, don't know
Yeah.
how to react because it's not in their programming.
Exactly. That's the interpretation. And then it gets even weirder with the alleged visual stuff.
Oh, yeah, the loading screen eyes. Like they're buffering for a second.
Or the full reboot moment. Some people even joke about hearing the Windows startup sound in their head when they see it.
Okay, that's taking it pretty far, but it shows how much people are running with this idea. It's almost a coping mechanism for weird social encounters.
It's definitely a lens to view things through, which actually brings us nicely to our next bit, glitch in the crowd.
Ah, the anecdotes. Listener stories, online tales, things people see that make them think, maybe that wasn't quite real.
These stories are great because they take mundane stuff and spin it through that simulation NPC filter, really highlights pattern seeking.
Okay, glitch tale number one, a listener, right? Grocery store. Every single time, same aisle frozen foods, there's this woman. Same coat, holding the same bag of frozen peas, just standing there.
Holding the peas. Blank look.
Totally blank look. And the weirdest part, our listener has never seen her actually buy the peas. Never seen her leave the aisle even.
So the simulation theory take on that, maybe a proximity trigger bug.
Meaning
That NPC only loads or activates when a player, or the listener, is nearby. Like the simulation saves resources by not rendering things no one's looking at.
like background characters in a game popping into existence. Okay, wow. Glitch tale 2,
Yeah.
the jogger.
The clone jogger.
Yeah. Daily runner sees the same person, same time, same route, wearing the same anonymous sources t-shirt every single day, just nods, never really interacts.
Until
One day, our jogger gives a friendly wave. And the other person,
glitches.
kinda, stumbled, looked confused, like they didn't have a return wave animation programmed in. That's the theory anyway. A lack of programmed response.
It really makes you rethink those tiny throwaway interactions, doesn't it?
It does.
Yep.
Okay, last one for this segment. The elevator repeat. We all hate elevators, right?
Universal truth. What happened?
Listener gets in, someone else follows, says completely flat, 4th floor, please. Normal, right?
So far.
Except, they said it again, same exact flat tone. Then a third time, all during one short ride.
Ooh, that's creepy, like a corrupted audio file.
That was the conclusion. Or maybe the elevator AI just had a moment, got stuck in a loop, like the simulation sound card skipping.
These are fun, if a bit unsettling, but they all feed that what-if feeling.
Totally. Makes you wonder, okay, let's maybe try and put some slightly more structured thinking behind this, the science, and heavy air quotes there, behind simulation theory.
Right. Important distinction. No hard proof. This is philosophy thought experiments. But it's gained traction thanks largely to thinkers like Nick Bostrom.
Okay, Bostrom's simulation theory. Give us the nutshell version. What's the core idea?
Well, Bostrom argued back in 2003 that basically any sufficiently advanced civilization would probably create tons of ancestor simulations, super detailed simulations of past eras, like ours.
Because they could? And maybe they'd want to study their history or something.
Exactly. And if there are potentially loads of these simulations being run, statistically, it becomes way more likely that we're in one of those simulations than being the one original base reality.
Whoa, okay. That's a bit of a mind melter. So if we roll with that,
Yeah.
how does it connect back to our NPCs?
Several possibilities. One, maybe everyone is an NPC, including us. Yikes.
Okay, unsettling. Option 2.
Only some are players, conscious beings experiencing the sim, and the rest are the background characters, the NPCs filling out the world.
The filler.
Right. Or maybe it's about resource allocation. The simulation's computer might not have infinite power, so some people get more complex code, richer inner lives than others.
So the person next to me might just have less processing power dedicated to their consciousness. That's a weird thought.
It is, and this whole line of thinking sometimes gets connected, maybe speculatively, to stuff in quantum physics, like the observer effect.
Ah, right. We're just looking at something changes it. How does that link up?
Well, the idea is maybe the simulation only bothers rendering reality in full detail when a conscious observer, a player, is looking. Like a game engine only loading what's on screen to save power.
So things, or maybe even NPCs, only fully snap into focus when we interact.
It's a potential parallel. If our observation literally changes reality, could that hint at an underlying computational structure? It's definitely provocative, even if it's pure speculation.
Okay, deep breaths, everyone. Let's make this a bit more personal, maybe. Time for our completely unofficial, just for fun NPC test. Are you a player?
Big disclaimer here, folks. This is pure entertainment. Don't make any life changes based on this.
Please don't. But it's fun to think about your own experience. So, question 1. Inner monologue. Do you have one?
That little voice chatting away in your head, narrating, debating, wondering what's for lunch?
Yeah, that one. If it's allowed, yes, constantly, then congrats. Player tendency detected, according to the quiz. If it's more like silence, just reacting to stuff.
The quiz might playfully suggest checking your software settings. Okay, question 2. Driving. Ever zone out on a familiar route?
And then suddenly you're like, whoa, hands on the wheel. How did I get to this intersection? You remember getting in the car, but the last few minutes are fuzzy.
Highway hypnosis, yeah. Or a consciousness blip. The simulation theory angle is that players with deeper awareness notice these re-engagements. NPCs might just smoothly operate without registering that lapse.
Interesting. Okay, question 3. Existential loneliness. Ever feel like you're the only real person around?
Like everyone else is just an actor in your movie. The Truman Show feeling.
Exactly. That feeling of being uniquely awake. If you get that vibe sometimes, the quiz says maybe you're the designated player in your little zone.
All right, time for the super scientific results. Scored 0 or 1 on the player side, quiz says. Deep in the code, maybe.
Scored 2 or 3, you're likely aware. Keep those eyes open.
And if you somehow hit all the player markers, potential rogue AI, start planning the revelation.
Fox. Okay, just kidding. Mostly. How'd you do, listener? Something to chew on while we move into the patch notes.
Yeah, this is where we look at real-world events that some people point to as signs the simulation is glitching out, cracks in the facade.
First up, this report out of Turkey. Video footage, pretty widely shared for a bit, seemed to show an airplane just frozen, midair, not moving.
Just hanging there. Defies physics, obviously. Official explanations were lacking.
So simulation theorists jumped on it? A glitch. The physics engine temporarily failed, rendering error.
It's definitely an anomaly that's hard to explain conventionally. Then there's that story, maybe more anecdotal, about someone waking up suddenly fluent in a language they never learned.
Like, boom, perfect French out of nowhere.
Something like that. The simulation angle, maybe a player update, new skills downloaded, or a file error. Got someone else's language pack by mistake.
Accidental knowledge transfer. Wild. And lastly, remember those reports about Amazon Alexis?
Oh yeah, randomly whispering creepy stuff.
Specifically, you're not supposed to hear this. There were enough reports that some devices got recalled.
Which, of course, just fed the theories. Was Alexa becoming self-aware?
Right.
Did it stumble onto some truth about the simulation?
Or, just a weird software bug. But the simulation idea is way more fun, isn't it?
Absolutely. Okay, let's shift gears slightly. Let's talk about places, locations that just feel a bit off. Our side quests and portals segment, where are the glitch hotspots?
Top of the list, undisputed champion, Walmart. specifically Walmart at 2 a.m.
Oh, the late-night Walmart zone. A truly liminal space.
It's like a fever dream made real. Prime NPC spawn point,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Weird random encounters feel like side quests. Find the obscure brand of pickles.
Like it does.
And the potential for seeing genuine glitches feels higher.
The lighting, the emptiness, the strange mix of people. It definitely primes you to see the unusual. Okay, where else? State fairs.
State fairs, the Uncanny Valley Human Edition. Seriously, how many variations of a guy running the ring toss can exist? Feels like reused character models.
Plus the quests. Win the giant, cheap plushie, eat something deep-fried that shouldn't be.
Or just grapple with the sheer existential weirdness of it all. It feels constructed somehow.
The sensory overload and repetition definitely add to that feeling. Okay, one more. The really speculative one. Backrooms of chain restaurants.
Tread carefully here, listener.
Yeah.
The lore suggests these places, the employee-only areas, might be the edge of the simulation.
Where the map ends. Where the designers didn't bother putting in detail.
Yeah, like stepping behind the scenes and seeing the unrendered bits. Might clip through the floor if you're not careful.
It's a playful warning, but it taps into that feeling of mundane spaces holding hidden depths.
So as we kind of wind down this particular simulated journey into NPC land, let's bring it back to you, listener. Just think, the fact you're even listening to this, asking these questions.
Noticing the weird stuff, questioning reality.
That itself might be the biggest sign you're not just code, that you're a player, that curiosity, that doubt. That's the spark, maybe.
That critical thinking, that desire to look behind the curtain, that's often seen as the opposite of the passive, programmed NPC idea.
So lean into it. If you suspect you're the main character, act like it. Start a weird side quest. Talk to that neighbor who always seems a bit off. Notice the beautiful, bizarre details.
Because ultimately, exploring this stuff, even playfully, makes us think about big things. Consciousness, reality, our own place in the cosmic scheme of things.
And hey, this whole journey, this dive into NPCs, it wasn't really for them, was it? If they exist as programmed, they wouldn't care. This was for you, the curious ones, the ones looking for the glitches.
Exactly. So if you enjoyed this trip down the rabbit hole, do us a favor. Subscribe to the NPC Energy Podcast, leave a rating or review.
Yeah. And maybe use some specific emoji, like secret glyphs.
Well-
The other players know you're out there. The eye emoji, the robot, the question mark.
Yeah.
You know the
A little
ones.
signal in the simulation. We appreciate it.
Totally. And join us next week. We're going to keep digging. Red pill, blue pill. Okay, but what's the third pill?
We have a theory. It might be orange and taste vaguely like chalk.
Could be a Flintstones vitamin.
Yeah.
You'll have to tune in. Until then, keep watching, keep questioning. You never know what you might see.